Hello, welcome back to another video. Here is my February bullet journal monthly setup video. All right, let's get into it. So for February, I decided to make the theme Pink Mardi Gras. So I wanted to do something that was Valentine's adjacent initially, but I didn't want to do the stereotypical hearts and flowers and things. I was like, that's boring. I'm pretty sure I did something like that a few years ago. I don't want to do it again. But I really wanted to do pink. I was like, ooh, pink. That will be a fun workaround where it's still Valentine's related ish, but not super it could be any month of the year. It just happens that it's February for this one. And then I was like, but I don't know what to do for my little doodles and trackers and pictures and things. I don't know what to do. And when I was looking on Pinterest, looking at inspo things, I saw someone I was like, oh, Mardi Gras is also in February, so maybe I could do Pink Mardi Gras. And I was looking at inspo photos, and someone literally did Pink Mardi Gras, exactly they, I only saw a tracker page, but I was like, that's perfect. I love that. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I love their little design. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So then I went to work finding a bunch of different photos and things that I wanted to incorporate. So Mardi Gras, I was like, I want to do masks. That's going to be my cover. And I found this super cute picture that someone did as their cover for a Mardi Gras themed bullet journal. And I love the font that they did for the word February, and I was like, that is so pretty, and that's why I chose it. And I was like, this is fantastic. I love the mask, but I really love the font, and I was like, this will be great. Here's my little mini cover, and I'll do it all in shades of pink. And then at the bottom here, I'm just outlining the different sections for my calendar, for my notes section, and for my to-do list section. And after this month, I've been playing around with a few different things of how I want to switch up the layout, because my pages I have less pages to do things on. And so coming in March, which I have come up with my theme for March. I had two themes that I narrowed it down to, and I finally decided. We're revisiting one that I've done before in one of my small journals, and this time I want to do it again on a bigger scale, even though it's the 6-page layout. Also, I figured out how I can shift all my pages so that they start and stop together, instead of this you see how the January goals and review page is right there, but in the February cover and stuff is there. I don't like that. I want everything to be across, it's all together. So I figured out how to shift the pages around where I can start March on the left side and have my 6-page layout be that way, where there's no overlap in months anymore. So in the March video, there's going to be one filler page so that I can shift everything over. So you'll get me doing whatever I do on my filler page. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I'm sorry if you're able to hear it. My computer keeps chiming because my friends are texting me. But I'm going to turn that off. I thought it was already off, but it was not. Anyways, if you couldn't hear it, well, ignore everything I just said. But yeah, so, and then March will be fresh layout going across. That's how I want my pages to look. I've decided. But yeah, and so here, I don't know how well this voiceover for this video is gonna go. I'm in a bit of a chaotic mood. So here at the bottom here, I'm doing my to-do list. I hated how it turned out. I don't like the number. It was just really ugly. didn't like it. So I ended up covering it up later on, which you're gonna see me work through the whole process and then be like, this is ugly, and then cover it up. But I wanted to also include like collage aspects. I was trying to do a lot with this limited space, because I was inspired by and there's my head with my scarf. I was inspired by my collage month that I did last year in the B one, and then I did my color palette one for April where it was a collage and each page is a different color. I wanted to do something similar to that where I have like the mask as the centerpiece and then kind of have the collage stuff around it, but like it was just too small to do all of that on this page, so I couldn't. But I still wanted to incorporate a collage somewhere, so I decided to do that at the bottom of my gratitude and reflections pages, so it got in there. But yeah, so everything is pink. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I wanted to do something Valentine's related, but I was just really vibing with pink, and that was like my initial thing that then sparked all this other stuff of how I wanted to do the designs. And I think the mask turned out okay. I took a note from when I did my several times in the past, especially like in my December when I was coloring my golden ticket, where I colored all with markers first. I learned, it took a few tries, because I definitely also did that in the Harry Potter month where I colored with markers first. But for this one, I learned I colored with color pencils first, and then I went back in after and use the markers to embellish. I don't know really how to shadow, but I just added stuff where I was like, I think this is what a shadow would look like if there was a shadow. There's no light sources, so I didn't think about any of that at all, but it is what it is. But I did get my little bit of like collageness over here. Oh, something else I was really excited about this month, I got white pens, and I was itching for something to use those in. I think I had them in the video last month, but I don't think I got to really use them at all. And so I wanted something where I could use them. And so far, I use them a little bit in this one to like add accents to things. See, here it's just, I don't know what I was doing. I thought it was ugly. I didn't like it. And I kept trying to fix it and do things. I just kept getting worse and worse. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to cover this up. We're just going to cover it up. And I didn't want the pattern on there because it felt too busy with the pattern and then the stickers or the washi tape. Like it didn't match. And then the washi tape didn't want to stick. Maybe because I kept pulling it up and down, but like it was not sticking down. So I put some, like the edges weren't sticking for like the life of me, and it was so annoying. So then I cut out some flowers from my stickers, and I was like, I'll use these on the corners to hold the washi tape down. The stickers weren't sticking. I don't know what, like this whole little bit here, my to-do like checklist section, it was just cursed. It was just cursed. It was ugly. The washi tape didn't want to stick. The stickers didn't want to stick. And when I was doing the outline for my calendar and my ruler would like overlap or touch them, it would like slide the stickers around, or they would come up, and it was just so annoying. It was so annoying. So then I was trying to press the stickers down with the ruler while I was tracing my lines, and it didn't help. I was just like fed up with that little section, but it's over now. The stuff is sticking because I finished this page and then I closed my notebook and I put my ribbon on it so it would press down so that it would stick. So I did my different pages at different times because my goal was to get these out at a better schedule. And then of course I made plans, and then those plans laughed in my face. And so I was hoping to get this video out like the second week of February, because I filmed all of this early in January, where I had enough time to like edit and do everything and post it on time, and that's not what happened. But you guys get them eventually. Maybe you've learned never to trust when I say I'm going to start posting regularly, because then it never happens. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to say it, and then maybe I'll start doing it, and maybe that's what will happen. So here again, I'm playing with like how I want to put the layout for the different things to fit my self-care tracker and my mood tracker into one page. I found this super cool photo of a fleur-de-lis, and it was like stained glass style, and I was like, that's really cool, that's perfect for my mood tracker, and I can color in the different sections for like the energy and the mood, and it'll look really fun. So like even if I have the same color next to each other, my energy tracker is different patterns, so the patterns will be different, so it'll still look really interesting. And it really does like, it's when I'm recording this, it's February 17th, and it looks super cool like as the month has gone on. I'm gonna post a photo of the finished, like the full thing at the end of the month in my Pinterest board, which I have been slowly updating. I know photos from like last year and stuff aren't all in there, but I'm working on it, doing them little bit by little bit. So all my photos from my bullet journal of my photos are going to be in the Pinterest board. I know I've been saying that, oh, it'll be linked in the description and you can find them in there, and it was linked, but my photos were not in there because I wasn't updating it as timely. But they're getting in there slowly but surely. So like, if you check back again in like maybe by the March or whatever, I'm not gonna promise any deadlines, but stuff is getting updated in my Pinterest board with my photos, and they're all linked to the YouTube videos. I'm gonna be adding more photos in the Pinterest board so that you can see what some of the different trackers or pages look like when they're filled out. Because the videos, like, they're the before anything happens, but some of them, they look really cool after all the colors are in there, and it's really fun to see how the designs I guess change or evolve as the month goes on. And you just start with like this black and white palette, and then they get filled with color, they get filled with patterns, and they look really cool at the end. So I'll be putting those in the Pinterest board, and I've slowly been updating them. So what I'm doing now is my task tracker, and this was like, basically I'm copying straight from the creator, the person I saw. Like, this was my inspo page, which it will be linked in the description below so you can see it. And I just liked it, and I was like, this is perfect, and I'm going to do exactly this for my tracker page. And it was like the whole inspiration for this month was this one page that I saw, and it was super cute. Some of these masks that I drew like did not turn out great, and as I went on, like, I tried to like map out the space with the little circle so that I can make sure I could fit enough for every day of the month in this section here, but it didn't really work out, and some of the stuff got really crowded at the bottom. But I'm still figuring out how to work with the more limited space, and it will get better like the more I do this. We're only in the second month, and I'm really excited for March. I've like learned what I'm liking and not liking with this more limited space, the 6-page layout instead of the 8-page layout. And one thing I think I'm going to do is remove the notes section from this page, because I already have it on my cover page with the calendar and everything. And before, like, I would have the notes sections in 2 different pages because I was taking notes about different things, but I think removing it from here and switching up the layout we'll figure it out. We're evolving, and then in 2024 we're gonna go back to what we like, what we know. Oh, my kittens are down here and they're making noise, so if you hear any things crashing or bells jingling, if you hear me suddenly yell at them to stop doing something, that's what's going on. But yeah, I thought, okay, so sorry, my brain is all over the place. Like, I was going to record this. I meant to record it hours ago, but I'm just now getting to it. And before I was recording this, I was working on some other projects, and I was watching CSI, like the original one, and it was like a really dark, disturbing episode. So then it put me in a really weird mood, and I was like, ooh, I don't like this. And so then I was like, I need to like listen to like some fun music or something to like get my mood up. And it worked a little bit, but I'm still like a little bit thrown. But so I don't know where to put the titles. That's been something that I've been not worried about, but like struggling with for the one page. Oh, my whole hair was in there, my big old fro. But for the I'm sorry, like I keep making that sound and I'm not gonna edit it out. It's really late and I've been trying to get this done all day, and I'm sorry. But the titles and things on the task tracker, mood tracker, energy tracker, self-care and habit tracker, all of that stuff. Oh great, my whole family is coming home now and they're all being really loud. But yeah, like figure out where to place the titles, because I want to try to use as much space going up and down, so putting them at the top cuts down on the space that I can do depending on how my mood tracker is shaped, which that's just been these past 2 months, and so it's not always going to be like that circle shape. But yeah, we'll see, we will see. But you know what, I'm just gonna stop talking. No, I'm not. Here we go, doing the collage. So here's like the most like page. So I have one side that's like, you know, this is like the most Valentine-y section of the whole journal, because I feel like the rest of it is very Mardi Gras, like, you know. But I was like, I want to be like throw a little bit Valentine's in there, more than just like the pink. But I don't want it to be like hearts and flowers all over the place, so I reserved that for just this page here at the bottom. I was like, we can do it a little bit, just I hope you didn't hear my brother yelling upstairs. And then I put that flower there. I didn't like it, so I put a thing on top of it, and then I put a different flower on there. And I was like, I remember that I had these word stickers, these phrase stickers that I haven't used in a while, and I was like, oh, let me do that. And then I had these big spaces, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this, so I kind of just I was like, I'll put another mask here. It was very much like flying by the seat of my pants. Like, I don't know, like I have like a concept kind of, but nothing concrete of what I wanted to do. So I have another mask here, and then I put titles on there, Valentine's Day and Mardi Gras. And I think it turned out cute, but going forward, I might not have this big old space at the bottom of these pages anymore, because I think I mentioned in the last video, or in a video in the past, definitely in the November one, how I liked tracking like what my favorite song or podcast or like whatever, like, or like my favorite movie of the week, or like things that I was tracking before that I kind of stopped. I want to do that again. And this is the only free space that I have in the journal for the 6-page layout. So I think I'm going to use this space. I'm going to try it out in March, and I'm going to track like my favorite audio is what I decided to call it. And I'm going to do a whole video just talking about how my journal has changed and things that I tried and liked, things that I didn't like, or whatever, just like chit-chatting about that. But yeah, so I want to try that out in this space, and we'll see how it looks. But we might not have all that space for like doodles and fun stuff like this. Like, this might be the last one here, so we'll mostly be getting the pictures and things from the cover, and the trackers, like those will be the pages where I can play around the most with. And maybe that'll be okay for a while, because I've been super busy and doing all the pages, like it takes a lot of time, like to do everything. Like I think this one took 4 hours to do, like not including the cover page, because I did it on a different day. But these last other pages, they took about 4 hours to do, and the cover page took maybe like 2.5 hours. But yeah, sometimes like doing all the pages together, it can take like 8 hours to do. Depending on how much I'm doing, how long it takes different stuff, how long it takes me to get the layout, because then there's like the planning as well of like sketching everything out with the pencil and figuring out the layout and how I want it to be perfect and all that stuff. So it can get up there, like, which it's just a day, but like if you think about it in time, like in like a work day of like a 9 to 5, I could finish 1 month of a journal, basically like planning, researching, finding inspo pictures, sketching it out, and then like actually inking everything down. It could be like a 1-day process for a whole month. But when you work and have to do other things, you gotta like split it up and spread it around and things like that. And then editing the video is a whole nother process that takes its own time, depending on how long I make the clips, how long I make the video, how much I've time lapsed it, things like that. Just different times. But so maybe the 6-page layout with like less doodles and things will be good, and maybe I'll be able to get the videos out on time and quicker, because it doesn't take as long to finish like doing 8 pages of like full things. Those like last year, and I was like doing a lot of like sketching and things like that, those took 2 days to complete, like a full 2 days of doing all of that, like editing, like all of it was 2 days. But I know that was a bit of a tangent, but here are my finished pages. I really think it turned out super cute. I love the colors. I love doing a monochromatic look. I've done them in the past several times. However, definitely will make sure my pinks are like more noticeably like different, or like maybe label my markers or something like that, because like looking at the colors on the page, like I can see the difference, but then looking at the marker, I'm like, I have no idea which one this is. So, but anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I got a little bit all over the place with this voiceover, but bye.